What's going on, my hungry humans, and welcome back to the Hungry Road. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time seeing my face, please go ahead and smash the subscribe button and like the video while you're at it. But today's rental of the week is a 2023 Cadillac CT5 350T. Now the 350T, don't get too caught up and hung up on that. It's just like a badge for the trim level and packages that you kind of get with the car. We'll kind of go over some of those things. There's a lot to discuss in this video. But yes, I'm here in Auburn Hills, Michigan. This car did come from the National Rental Car Company at the DTW Airport. They have some of the best selection that I've ever seen, really. And you're not really off limits, because some national rental car have the VIP section where it's like stuff like this would sit, and they want to charge you extra 30, 40, 50 bucks a day. But not at DTW. It's like executive and regular. Go pick your car and get moving. So yes, I like this guy. I did review the CT4 a little while back. It was in a much better color, but I take what I can get here on the Hungry Road. So let's go over a few things. We're gonna drive it, I'm gonna give my opinions. Let's go over some facts. So the Cadillac CT5 comes in a few different configurations. There's a CT5 as it sits right here. You can get this in a luxury or a sport configuration. They look very similar, but the sport's gonna have a little more aggressive bumpers and stuff like that. It's hardly noticeable, but you only would notice it like if you play with the configurator and you click back and forth. No big deal. But then Cadillac also offers the CT5V. And that's gonna have a bit more of a tuned up engine, a bigger engine. But then there's a CT5 Blackwing. That's the one that everyone wants to review and get a hold of. It's like a six-figure car with the Corvette engine. It's 6.2 liter, I think it's a 6.2 liter V8 in there, and makes some ridiculous amount of horsepower, and it's a manual. But we're not even close to that. We talk about this one right here. This is the Sport. So the Sport is, you get two different engines with the Sports. You can get a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine, makes about 232 horsepower and like 255 pound-feet of torque. And you can get the twin turbo V6 that makes like 335 horsepower and some torque. We don't care about that because we got the smaller engine. That's what happens here on the Hungry Road. We review the base model stuff, and that's okay because not everybody wants top of the line. So let's discuss the styling a little bit here. I think this is an absolutely beautiful car. I love how sharp and how edgy it is. It kind of harks back to like the original CTS. I don't remember what year that was. Was it 05? Remember The Matrix, the second movie with the white dudes with the dreads? It was Ghost or whatever, and they were driving the CT. Man, that's what this kind of reminds me. It kind of pays homage to that original CTS. Yes, CT5. The 5 could be considered an S, how you look at it. But very beautiful, very like futuristic and edgy. I like it, but a lot of car brands aren't doing this anymore. And matter of fact, a lot of car brands aren't even making cars anymore. Ford has stopped making cars. They're making all SUVs and crossovers now. GM, no, this is GM, sorry. Chrysler has stopped making cars. They're making all trucks and SUVs. Like, no, some people still want cars. I still want cars. I'm not going to get an SUV. Well, y'all know how I felt about that Kia EV6 GT, but that's neither here or there. But I'm a car guy. I don't want an SUV. SUVs all look the same, except for like 3. So yes, to have unique individual styling like this. Look, these mirrors are like a little on a smaller side, but they're sharp. They're like, they cut through the wind. Oh, we'll get to these door handles in a second. But it's just very beautiful, very cool. I do wish, black is the worst color for this car. We're gonna discuss colors in a second, but this black is the worst color for this car because there's so many black accents on it already. And when you just make it black, you're gonna drown everything out. So I wish I had a different color, but there are some good ones to discuss. All right, so you can get your Cadillac CT5 in one of 8 colors. Only 2 of them gonna be free. Other ones are a pretty penny. So let's go over them real quick. First one, Summit White. It's your basic white. It's the Air Force One white. If you didn't know, that's what Air Force One white is called, Summit White. Nike Air Force One. Anyway, then you have this one right here. This is Black Raven. It's a straight black. Looks like there might be some little, there's no flake. That's this dust. We're gonna move on from there because there's some better ones to talk about. So now, those are the free colors. Now we're gonna discuss some premium ones. Argent Silver, Midnight Steel Metallic, Blaze Orange Metallic. That's kind of what I think I'd be leaning toward. And Wave Metallic, like a bluish whatever. These are $625 extra. Now, if your car is already 48 grand, 50 grand, what's another $625? It adds up. Cadillac, they really piecemeal this one together. All right, the premium colors. Radiant Red Tricoat. This looks beautiful. And the Crystal White Tricoat. Each of these are an extra $1,225. I'm guaranteeing these are going to have the speckle in them that's going to make them super pop in the sunlight. Sorry if I'm squinting. The sun is out. It's doing its thing at summertime. It's my favorite. But yes, good array of color. It's not blacks and grays and dark blues and boring and white. No, we got some reds, some oranges. I think a nice lime green would be cool in one of these guys right here. But anyway, let's move on to some other things. So while playing around with the configurator, I saw that Cadillac offered 7 options of wheels. That's 10. I'm at 7. That was 7 wheel options to go with your CT5. I think that's pretty incredible. That's a lot of engineering, a lot of design. A lot of car companies give you like 1, 2, maybe even 3 wheels to choose from. Then maybe you can paint them a certain color. But 7 different designs, that's pretty awesome. However, you're going to pay for them. 1 or 2 options are free, like the 19s or whatever. But I think 19s are stock and standard. Or you can get them painted like this. Well, this is actually a different style. These are one of the $600 options, but you can get some options that are like $2,800. I think there's a couple of those. I'll throw some pictures up here. You can check them out. But again, 20s will look much better on this car. Fill this wheel gap up a little bit. A little thinner tire. You know me, I like to ride skinnies around here. You don't know my history, my past. I might talk about that someday. But yes, very, very customizable options. Make your car really stand out in the crowd. I like that. I like that a lot. And while choosing your wheels, you can also change the color of the center cap. I haven't seen that anywhere in any configurator. So they offer this standard guy here. It's like a silver cap, but you can get it in black, blue, or bronze as well. Of course, it's gonna cost extra. You might need to buy a certain package for it, but I think that's so cool to that level of customization. Now, you can also upgrade the car to the performance Brembo brakes for only $1,000. I think that's a super value. If you don't know who Brembo is, and then you can change the color of the caliper, make it red or blue as well. Like Cadillac is killing it out here with the customization game. Say that 22 times fast, but I like that. It makes me want to get one, but there's no V8s. Unless it's the Blackwing. I can't afford that, so I don't even know why I'm mentioning that. All right, let's check out this absolutely beautiful front end. What is the first animal that comes to mind when you see this front end? That's right, mine too. A cheetah. Got the little grill right here. Probably put a picture here somewhere, but it's definitely like a cheetah. That's so cool. Nice giant Cadillac emblem right there in the front. This car does have adaptive cruise control, and with a certain package, you can upgrade to Cadillac's Super Cruise. That is their version of all self-driving, changing lanes, things like that. It's actually highly revered and well rated. This car does not have that, but that's fine. You can get it, and it's pretty cool. But I love the use of the chrome. It breaks up the color, breaks up the grille a little bit. I wish they used more chrome around the other parts of the car, but they use black instead. That's why I said if you got a different color, it'd make more sense. Parking front sensors down here front. Love the grille right here. Nice little extended splitter. This is the bumper. So you kind of see it flows in, then it changes a little bit right around here to front, give more of an aggressive feel, and then continues on the other side. These grills are fake, doesn't matter. But on the Blackwing, probably wouldn't even look. Why do we keep mentioning the Blackwing? Let's forget about Blackwing altogether. One thing I did want to mention, I'm trying to cast a shadow here so you can see the light better. But look at this beautiful running light. It just starts up here at the top of the hood and then continues down the sides, like goes underneath the bumper and continues. This is your running light. Let's go ahead and turn them on. Here's your turn signal right here, and the light kind of lights up. Look how like sharp and aggressive. I'm gonna upgrade that animal to a saber-toothed tiger. So now you have the cheetah face with the teeth. Those big tusks, not tusks, they're teeth. They're saber teeth. Anyway, got your lights right here, high beam in the center or in the very front over there. Very, very nice looking car. It does turn some heads. And while I'm looking at it, Cadillac pre-brawled, or did they? I don't know. This car has a bra on, a clear bra. So it's a little thin piece of film that comes right here, right through the side. So if you get rock chips or whatever, I don't know if Cadillac does this or if it was National that did it, but regardless, it has one. All right, here's your engine, your 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine. It's cute, fits in there nice and snugly. You know, of course, the 6 will take more space, but the thing we won't mention, take up even more space. Suspension towers out to the left. I've noticed something. National, are y'all changing the oil? Why is my dipstick so high? Let's put that back in. I swear I just opened the trunk or the hood and found that. And these wires look a little exposed. But neither here or there. I didn't do any of that. I just opened the hood. But yeah, man, decent looking engine. Let's move on. Oh yeah, the hood is supported by itself. It's got two struts right there. And really cool Cadillac logo right there for absolutely no reason. So we have the rear end styling, but I want to handheld this because I want to show you a few things here. So we have the CT5, or you can call it CTS badge right there. We have the trim insignia right there, Cadillac logo, license plate, a little bit of chrome there. Wish the plate was a little bit lower, but it's fine. Like the little crease there. Again, back paying homage to that original CTS. But check out these lights over here. So, oh, while I mentioned, look at the hips. I love probably my favorite part of the car. You can kind of see the hips. Like I love a good hip this time of year. But it's the way it sticks out. It kind of plants the car, gives it like a better stand. It's just such a sexy part of the car. Now with a bigger wheel, better offset, get the wheel a little further out. Kind of see it's tucked in there, but that is a beautiful part of the car. All right, back to these running lights right here. Again, same sort of elbow prowess thing right there. Key in my pocket, unlock them. Boom, you see the running light, you see your turn signal right there, and the running light kind of splits off to the side over there. Very, very cool design. Big chrome tips at the bottom for really no reason. You have your reverse light down there. Again, sexy back end. Oh, those hips. Can't get enough of those hips. What Shakira say? Something don't lie. All right, this is the key to the 2023 CT5 350T. Very cool key. We have the lock, unlock button, remote start, trunk button, and panic button. There's a little chrome piece down here, got like a smile or a cheetah smile. And on the other side, mirrors that. Nice Cadillac logo here. It doesn't feel too heavy, but like most cars, keep the key in your pocket. Let's walk up here toward the car. It will recognize you as you walk. So we gotta go to the door first. We go to the door, and you kind of see the lights have now come on. See, my hands are free and didn't touch anything. So the car recognizes you're here, but this does not have any sort of physical, I mean, these are physical door handles, but there's a popper on the inside. So the door handle doesn't move. Put your finger inside and push the little rubber gasket and the door pops open for you. Boom, no big deal. And shut the car. See the little Cadillac logo right there? Press that to lock the car. But the locking is so subtle because it's done through the popping mechanism. So again, if I leave the key on the hood over here and try to open the door now, I can't because it's done through the popping mechanism. You have to enable the popper. So you don't really hear a lock. So that's gonna be one thing. So with this car, I have been pressing the lock button twice to hear that beep to let me know that the car is locked. There are also 3 ways to open the trunk. You have a trunk button on the inside on the door. We have the trunk button right here, or you can kick your foot underneath if you have the right package, which this one does not, so it's fine. We have the key here, press button twice. Trunk opens as if it is motorized, but it isn't. It is a manual trunk with some good shocks on it, but decent sized trunk space. But here's the problem with those hips I mentioned. It sacrifices your trunk space. You don't have a lot of trunk space in there. My toolkit's in there. My suitcase barely fits. But look at all of this. That is like, I don't know, what even is it? Structural stuff, but that really sacrifices your trunk space in here. We got some extra storage down up in there. What do we have in here? This says lock and unlock. Okay, that's probably where you gotta jump your car if you wanna jump it. But yeah, the trunk space isn't the best. Let's pull my toolkit out of here and see what's underneath. There's always something underneath. Let's see what we got. Okay. Looks like should be something in here. That's a tow hook. What's back here? All right, who knows? But looks like no spare tire, but that's fine. Just call AAA, State Farm. I hope you have some good insurance if you got a car like this. All right, welcome to the interior of the 2023 Cadillac CT5. It's pretty nice in here. Nothing outrageous or anything like that. Granted, this is sort of the base model. There are some things that you can get in here that are pretty amazing, but this is good for now. So right now we're sitting on Interlux, or is it Interlux leather? I think it's Interlux. It's not leather. It's like a composite fake leather that's environmentally friendly and of course cheaper. But for $1,500, you can upgrade to real leather. You can do that in black or whisper beige. But the best option is gonna be the Sedan Sauvage leather, but you can't get that unless you opt for the platinum package, which comes with everything. It is $9,500, but it comes with all these things you see over here and all the things you see over there. I'm not even gonna go over all of that stuff, but look at all that stuff you get for a mere 10 grand extra. That's a hard pill to swallow. So if your car is 50 grand and you're paying an extra 20% more just for like leather and a bunch of options, that's a hard pill to swallow. But I'm sure someone out there did it. I would love to see one in person, but let's move on. Well, here we are inside the car. Pretty standard, like I said, standard interior. Nothing's too crazy. Nothing stands out to me like that. This screen is nice. Let's go ahead and zoom back in. This screen is nice, but it's built into the dash a little bit, but it's still like a screen plopped on. I just wonder why manufacturers are doing that. Maybe it cuts costs. I don't know. But we do have like a, I don't know if this is real carbon fiber or not. I can't tell because it's glossy and it's painted over. But really nice looking carbon fiber right there. Lock, unlock, nice little, really cool door handle, like twisty looking thing right there. Your door controls, your mirror controls all over here. You do have your exit and your two memory settings right there. There's a trunk button I mentioned earlier. Nice sound system. You can upgrade to a Bose sound system as a part of a package, but let's shut the door, get the AC running a little bit, put our foot on the brake. This pedals look okay. Foot on the brake. Start button's right back here. Let's wake things up. We do have, see, things are moving around right here. One thing I do like, we have the buckle seat belt to shift. So, for example, if I put my foot on the brake and I try to shift the car by holding the button on the side here and shift, it will not let me shift. However, if you just wait long enough, then it just goes ahead and lets you shift. But I think that's a really cool safety feature to remind you to buckle up or whatever. So we do have this display right here. It is analog on the tachometer on the left and the speedometer. What were they thinking of putting a 260 mile an hour top speed on this car? Like, I don't even know. I can't even fathom. I feel like this is 260 kilometers and then they have a computer that is kind of like you'll never get your speedometer a quarter away around the thing. Granted, your temperature is over here on the right side, but I think that was pretty stupid, to be honest. But look at the screen in the middle. It's like hazy. I think it could be done a lot better. Look how clear the top screen is, and the middle one is like not clear at all. But there's not much in there. It's just information. You can kind of scroll through. You know, there's nothing crazy. Brake pad light, yeah, it's the sensors. Well, I've been using the brakes. They was at 100% when I started. How's the rear worse than the front? Anyway, nothing crazy in here. Steering wheel is fairly straightforward. Here's your adaptive cruise control and stuff over here. Change your distance right here. That might be your super cruise control button. I'm not sure. You have your phone buttons right here. No idea what that blank is. Horn right in the middle. Change your songs right here. We have like a wheel. Again, we went over this in the other video. It's a little bit confusing. You have to roll to go up and down, but then you press left or right. And then you can click in the middle if you want to click on something, whatever. But your volume is right here. You can also get the Super Cruise steering wheel, which is going to have like a green LED up here that lets you know Super Cruise is active. And I'm not sure, but I believe there's also sensors in the wheel that watch your eyes, so you don't have to keep tugging the wheel to keep going. But you can also upgrade this the wheel to a suede, like a suede microfiber, and it would also match the shift knob. So right now this is all gloss and metal, plastic, whatever, but that'd be a nice touch. I do like the thickness of the steering wheel. This is what I expect from a luxury car, and I like the way that feels in my hands. Infotainment is fairly straightforward. There's nothing really crazy about the screen. You can get an upgraded screen. So you can get a screen that starts over here and like finishes over here. You know, that's part of the platinum package. You know, if that's that extra 10 grand I was talking about, probably worth it. But pretty intuitive screen, pretty responsive, nothing crazy. Apple CarPlay is there. Android Auto is also there. It's also it's very wireless as well, no big deal. Home button down here takes you back to the home spot, no big deal. Down here we have your climate controls. You can do it through the infotainment screen if you want, just like that, fairly simple. Or down here, you can turn it on and off. This is fairly self-explanatory. I don't have to go too much right here. heated seats and a heated steering wheel are part of the cold weather package, which is standard. But for $1,900, you can opt for cooled seats as well. Now, I don't know where that button would be. Maybe it would be over here. Matter of fact, I thought I had this might be the heated wheel button, because I don't see it. I was told it was standard. Oh well, at least we got heated seats, and that's most important. Wireless phone charger down there, nothing crazy. Little carbon fiber stuff down here. Already went over the shifter right here. We do have paddles, plus shift up, shift down over there. Cup holder right there, nothing crazy. You can kind of close that. I mean, it's, again, fairly standard interior. We have a knob here to control the screen. If you wanted to do that, you press down to click. Put that right back on because it's hot out here. Volume knob. You have your, go to your media, go to your phone, home page, back. Self-explanatory. And we have our famous open to the side sort of storage container. Pretty shallow if you ask me. But 14-volt outlet in here. USB-C, SD card for who knows what in 2023, and regular USB, and a cable, a way to route your cable out. But you can take this whole thing out, so I'm not sure what the, anyway. But yeah, man. All right, we're in the back seat here of the Cadillac CT5. I do feel a little, not claustrophobic, but fear for like being any taller. I don't think I've ever sat in the backseat of a car and I felt this close to the roof. I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'9". But anyway, yeah, this is not a good place for really big adults, but it's fine. These feel like bucket seats in the back. Interior is the same as in the front. Nice carbon fiber on the door right here. I mean, the interior carries right to the back seat. I like it. I also enjoy the panoramic sunroof. So it's like two different sunroofs, and you get the whatever shade that can pull back from either side. Very, very well done. I think that's extra. I'm sure it's extra. Don't worry about it. We do have the storage on the back of either of the back seats. I don't get my own climate control back here, but it's fine. I have a 14-volt outlet, USB-C outlet back here. But again, I'm sure there's other stuff that shows up back here as a part of the $10,000 package. So maybe you do get a lot for 10 grand. Now that I think about it. And one more thing, let's go over the center armrest. Pull it down with the handle, cup holder. That's it. I don't get a reading light. Oh, I lied, there's a reading light. Hold on, how you turn it on? You just tap it. Yeah, you gotta push it in. There's a reading light. OS word handle, coat hook. Yeah, man, pretty standard stuff back here. But time to take it for a drive. All right, guys, we are inside the 2023 Cadillac CT5. There's not much to write home about. Again, interior, very nice, easily set up. Everything is easy to access, stuff's easy to read. Again, that speedometer is still wild to me. Why there's a limit of 260 miles an hour. This car would probably disintegrate if it was able to go that fast. Moving on. I love the thick steering wheel. It gives luxury vibes. Mirror's a little on the small side, but it's fine. I can see everything I need to see. We have the blind spot protections, like a little card, a little explosion next to it. Really easy to see, really easy to read. I know some of the Cadillacs have the actual mirror that is not really a mirror, it's the camera out the back. This ain't it. It's a nice clean, crispy mirror, no big deal. The car feels fairly fine. It feels, that's really it. It feels fine. I think I'm on a fairly flat road here and I feel every bump, but let's put it into tour mode. That should soften things up just a bit. And one cool thing about that, when you put the car in different modes, you can't see the screen, you might be able to see it, but it tells you steering, engine and shifting, brake feel, and the engine sound, how things change or whatever. And you can also like go into your own setting and tune it and play with it and do all that kind of cool stuff with it. I leave my cars in sport mode almost all the time because I'm a sporty guy. I want to be as fast and as aggressive and responsive as possible. But cruising along, it feels fine. Again, I'm in touring. I still feel those bumps. I don't know if it's this I-75 I'm on, but it looks pretty brand new to me. It should be a little smoother than this. It's a Cadillac. But like I'm going to mention in the outro, it's not your granddad's Cadillac. That wouldn't feel a bump. It could hit a tree. Like, what was that? But not these new Well, guys, that's my time with the 2023 Cadillac CT5. I love this car. I'm gonna go into the rambling portion of my video right now. So if you enjoyed it this far, you don't want to hear all that, you can click away, but I do thank you for watching it. Please subscribe and like the video. Look forward to more stuff like this. So this was a great car as it sits. It's like 50 grand. Again, we've gone over other $50,000 cars, and I believe they've given me a little more. I'm trying to do it in my head because the Audis I reviewed, the Infiniti, like these cars are offering a lot more than this one, but this one looks the best. The sharp, edgy styling, these aggressive lines, those gorgeous hips I mentioned, the 19-20-inch wheels, the LED running lights are fantastic. Audi's not even doing them like that. Let me ponder for a second. I don't think so, but they're killing it. However, you have to, you got an option, and by the time you get what you really want in this car, you're at $70,000 probably, or 65. And then now let's go over to the Genesis I reviewed, the G80. That's a no-brainer. Like, that car is cheaper and bigger with a bigger engine, all-wheel drive and all that stuff, and you pay less. But so that's where I'm at, you know. And again, Genesis is gonna struggle with that brand. I mean, I'm just struggling. I've seen a lot of Genesis out lately. They're doing pretty well, and they're building new stores, whatever. I would rather take this if I could afford it. So I'm gonna check out the pre-owned market. I think we're at that point where you can get some pre-owned ones for good deals. I did look at the configurator. There is a 2024 version of this already. I didn't bother looking at it because I want to confuse myself with the stuff, but this is a head turner. If I get a nice bright color, if I can get that V8, but the Blackwing is a 6-figure car. Hey, there's one right there. Nah, it's like it's a Corvette, but it's got the same engine. It's a 6-figure car. Like, for 6 figures, I can go get a Lambo, a used one, a very, very used one. Or the options are almost infinite for I guess it's the manual nostalgia they're selling people. And I get it. My wife, she might jump all over it. She loves manual cars. I don't give a damn about the manual. I don't care about saving the manuals. I don't want to roll my own gears. I didn't grow up rolling my own gears. I grew up with automatic transmissions. I flicking the paddles when I got my first sports car. I don't care about rolling gears, but I get it. I see the fun in that. I'm gonna review her car one of these days. But I think I'm coming to the end of my ramble. I like the car a lot. For the price they're asking, it's a Cadillac. You know, but it's not your granddad's Cadillac. It's not a Cadillac the size of this tree. You know, it's not 4 flats on the Cadillac anymore. It's not a boat anymore. These things are way more precise, way more accurate, and they're for now, you know, and I respect that. So I'm not giving any scores, but I'm tugging at, like, do I like this or don't I like this? Would I ever buy one? I need a V8. I'm 36 years old. I'm finally making some money in my life, and I want to buy when I want to buy. And my twin turbo V6 Ford Taurus, I bought that out of necessity. My car got totaled. I needed something within 7 days. If you didn't know that, insurance only gives you 7 days to buy a new car if yours gets totaled. If it's in the shop getting worked on, you get however long it takes. But I needed to buy it. I need something quick. I fly all over the place. I don't have time to find a new car. But when I buy my next one, I have a few options, you know, and I'll bring a video series of buying my next car to the channel and have you guys help me out with that. I have a few ideas, but yes, if I can get this with the V8 as it sits right now, all the features in it, I'd be fine. What would I pay? I don't know. It's already 50 grand as it sits. What would the V8 cost me? Another 10, 15? Now it's too much. Now we're at EV6 GT territory, and that's 576 horsepower, blow this out the water and drives itself. Guys, I'm done rambling. I'm actually not done, but we're just gonna, guys, thank you. If you made it this far, listen to me ramble, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe. There's a lot more this is coming from. We're marching toward 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. We got the shirts on sale. The logo should be over here. That was a miss up, but don't worry about it. We have all kind of colors: reds, blacks, blues, greens, whites, mahoganies, yellows, clear, fishnet. No, I'm going to fishnets. Men's, women's sizes, $30 shipped right to your door. Come join the Hungry family. Logos would be on the left chest. The back of the shirt will not have my Instagram name on it. It'll be just the YouTube and the logo. All right, guys, take care, stay safe. Thank you. I really appreciate you more if you watched it this far. Stay safe. I think it's time to go ahead, he'll move. Cadillac also lied to us. See the fuel gauge right there? How the arrow is pointing to the left? That should indicate the fuel filler cap is on the left side of the car. But if you see, this is the left side of the car. There's no fuel filler cap. If you look at the right side over here, that's where the fuel goes. I've never seen that before. Cadillac and the engineers and the design team got it wrong. How'd y'all miss that?